Hello YouTube, it's me again, back with another video, and this one is entitled, accurately, If at First You Don't Succeed. So, what you're seeing right now is a drawing that I do not like. It was meant to be a self-portrait, and I guess it's not a bad drawing in terms of just a regular drawing, but it looks nothing like me, and I really didn't like it. So I decided, after a few days of being thoroughly discouraged, that I was going to draw it again. But I already had the footage of me drawing it the first time because I'm drawing my new YouTube icon, because my appearance changed since the last one. I now have purple hair. So I really wanted to update my icon, and it kind of occurred to me that I don't really show drawings that I consider failures. And I don't really show the process of redrawing some of my old pictures. So I thought I would show you how I redrew this piece and talk a little bit about inspiration and just kind of the idea that if you don't like something, try again, you know? This drawing has a few major flaws, especially the face shape. I don't like the face shape at all. It makes me look much chubbier than I am, and I'm not a slender person by any means, but it makes me look even heavier than I am, actually. And I just didn't like that. With this drawing, I was using fresh paint. I don't know why I'm using that program quite so much lately. I find it really fascinating and fun to use, so I'm sorry that you guys have been seeing so many videos of me using fresh paint. I promise I will be releasing my next Inktober video very soon, probably before next Friday, because it's almost done. I would have released it today, I just didn't have the time to finish up the last segment of it, but that will hopefully be coming soon. So, back on topic. This drawing, I felt really discouraged, and I felt like I was never going to get it right, and I was frustrated and tired and felt like I had just failed, so I shouldn't even try drawing it again. And I did, and I am much happier with it the second go around, and it just really goes to show that, you know, you're not always going to get it right the first time, or even the second time, or the third time. It's just something that you have to try and just do some trial and error until you find something that you're really happy with. For instance, here you saw me using acrylic paint to do the hair, but I just didn't think that it worked with the textures, so I went back in and I started using the pencils to do all of my shading and so on in the hair and add the different colors, because my purple hair has a lot of different shades of purple in it. And it has a bunch of pinky tones and lavender tones and even some blonde that's peeking through now, because it's been a couple weeks since I've gotten it dyed. So now it has some blonde in it too, and I thought that was really interesting. I went in and added the watercolor effect underneath, because the watercolor effect in fresh paint goes underneath the pencil, so I like using it to bolster the colors of my pieces without ruining the line art. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. It is a technique that I will later go in and do again in the second drawing that you will see at the end of this video. Also, just a quick apology, my dog is insane. She's running around in the background. I have tried to get her to calm down. She's just really anxious, and she just wants to run. So I'm just gonna let her do her thing, and you're gonna hear her thundering around like a silly dog. Isn't that right? So, yes. This drawing, I did the shading on the skin. The shading on the skin isn't too bad. I'm finding I'm having a lot of difficulty doing skin shading in fresh paint, but having the kind of toned background really helps. So I like using this sort of like toned tan look in the background, I guess. So, yeah, we're coming about to the end of this drawing. Go in, add a little bit of like makeup details, color in the shirt, and give a little bit of a background. But it's like I said, I wasn't happy with it. And the lesson, I guess you could say, that I learned from this drawing is that you're not always going to get it right the first time. So without further ado, I'm just going to leave you guys to watch the second half of this video. I don't really have anything constructive to say. I will apologize. In the second drawing recording, part of it corrupted, and I managed to save about half of the footage, but it doesn't show me coloring the hair, which bums me out because that was one of my favorite parts. But I hope that doesn't bother you too much. I used a very similar method to the one that I used here, so you're not missing too much. I just think it turned out much better. So without any further ado, there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed, and this will be my new YouTube icon, so there you go. So you have a good morning, evening, afternoon, nighttime, time of day, and I will catch you guys in the next video. If you've subscribed. Haven't subscribed yet? You should do that. You should do that and leave a like and a comment, because those make my day. Alright, bye-bye.